Brutal honesty or gentle lies? That is the topic for discussion today. And joining me, I have on my right hand side, Abubakar Jallo. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me.
It's
I'm
great
really
to have
happy
you
to be here.
And on my left hand side, I have El Jane Sak Banja. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Okay, it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So we're gonna get right into things. Now, Jallo, tell me, what do you think about brutal honesty or gentle lies? Are you in favor of brutal honesty or gentle lies?
Okay, so first of all, let me answer to what I think. By answering to what I think, I mean, let me explain what these two mean.
Okay.
Brutal honesty is that kind of, situation wherein if I tell you a truth without thinking whether I should be considerate or whether or not you're going to be uncomfortable
With the truth.
with the truth. You understand? That is me being just honest with you without considering your feelings. I know it's going to hurt you, but despite the fact that it's going to hurt you, I tell you the truth. That's brutal honesty.
Okay.
And then a gentle lie, on the other hand, is a lie that I tell you just for you to feel good, not to hurt your feelings. So I'm considering your feeling, and then because of that, I just tell you a lie instead of a truth. So if you ask me which one I think is better, the brutal honesty is really, really better.
Okay. I love the way you just explain it, and you crafted the definition so beautifully, right?
Thank you.
But one thing I want to point out, remember, the truth is not always objective. Sometimes it is subjective.
I agree.
Okay? I'll come back to you. So, Mr. LG, what do you think about this topic? Are you in favor of brutal honesty, or do you think gentle lies is the way to go?
Well, thank you, Mr. Smart. To start with, I want to start with analyzing what the gentle
You
lie
may.
is.
You may. Go ahead.
So, gentle lie is referred to the process of saying something, just like Jallo was saying, to protect someone's interest. In other words, you say the lie in a more appropriate manner, but with intent not to harm people and to protect people's feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's gentle lie. And the brutal honesty is saying the truth as it is. Don't thinking about who is involved, what will happen. Just say the truth as it is.
Beautiful. So here's how I want this to go, right? I'm going to give Jallo the opportunity to explain in his own words why he thinks brutal honesty is the way to go. And then after, don't attack what he's going to say. After, I'm going to come back to you and you tell me why you believe gentle lies is also the way to go. And then we can have some discussion and we'll look at different scenarios where these things take place. Okay? All right, Jallo. So...
Okay.
You want to start?
Yes, I
want
want
to take a sip first.
Let me take a sip.
Go ahead. I might as well take a sip too.
All right. Brutal honesty. Here is what I think. One of the key things in life is that a lot of people want to hear, want to be told what they want to hear. But the reality in situation is the honest always tops everything. Honesty always tops everything. Brutal honesty, one thing you need to put into consideration is that trust, truth builds trust. No matter how you take a look at it, a lie can never build a trust. When you're honest with somebody, the person trusts you. The person considers you to be someone they can look up to when it comes to discussion, when it comes to decisions, when it comes to whatever it is that they are going through. They look for your opinion. They want you to tell them the truth. If anybody is out there who is saying that I want to hear whatever it is that you tell me is just what I want to hear, I don't want to hear any objection to what I'm thinking about or whatsoever. It doesn't make sense. If you are wrong, if I'm not honest with you at all, I'm not trying to build you, and I'm not trying to build your trust towards me. If I start lying to you today, I say, okay, you ask me something, then because I don't want to hurt your feelings or because I don't want you to feel so bad, and then I start telling you a lie in a kind of gentle way, it doesn't make sense. In fact, I'm not trying to gain your trust, because if I lie to you today and then tomorrow you find out that I just lied to you, it'll hurt you. So instead of me hiding this thing, and then at the end of the day, you still don't trust me, I'd rather I tell you the way it is right now without sugarcoating it. Any way, shape, or form. I tell you right now, it hurts you right now, but tomorrow realize, oh, Jallo, this thing that Jallo told me is actually a truth. I think that's one. One of the key reasons why I prefer brutal honesty, it's because it builds trust.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
When you talk about building trust, are you referring to personal relationship, or as it involves anybody? You
Okay.
have to be brutally honest with anybody. That includes people you meet on the street, people you see for the very first time. Is that what you're talking about?
So when if you have a value, because you have to understand, being honest, or if you want to become a gentle liar, it's a value. If you have this value, wherever you go, implement it. That's it. So if you're asking me whether it's a personal life or relationship, anywhere, just be honest with people.
Okay.
You have to be honest with people. You don't have to lie. It doesn't make sense. Whether it's person that you're close to, you're close with, or the person who is out there, just be honest with them.
And you stand by that?
Of course I do. That's why I'm here.
Okay, let the record shows that Jallo says
I say
that it doesn't matter. You just have to be honest.
Yes, be honest.
At every given time.
At every given time.
Okay, no problem. So, can you envision a world where everyone is honest with each other? Do you think that world would be peaceful?
No.
It won't.
Of course it won't be peaceful.
It'll be peaceful.
It won't be peaceful.
It won't, okay?
It won't be peaceful. I'm not here. In fact, I can come here and then I start lying that, oh, brutal honesty. We live in a world wherein if we just succumb to brutal honesty, it's going to be entirely peaceful or whatsoever. No. In fact, when I become honest with you, you're going to be harsh with me.
Okay.
It's going to hurt you.
But you still prefer the
I
honesty?
prefer it.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Locked in. All right. Now to you, Mr. LG.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what are some of the reasons why you believe gentle honesty, look at me saying gentle honesty, gentle lies. Well, gentle honesty is the bridge between brutal honesty and gentle lies, right?
Let's go
Gentle
gentle lies.
Yes. What are some of the reasons why you think gentle lies is the way to go?
Thank you very much, Mr. Smart. First of all, one thing about the truth is that truth is always subjective. The way you perceive things might be different from the way others are saying it. Okay. So you have to always take into consideration and take situations into perspective before analyzing or eating on something. Okay. Now, to go to what you were asking me, I started by stating that gentle lies are untruth told with the intent to protect people's feelings.
Okay, yeah, you have your own definition. Okay, that's good. Yeah, the definition suits your narrative. Go ahead.
So, to furthermore continue with what I was saying is, so if truth is subjective, and we are mostly faced in situations wherein we find ourselves involved in gentle lies unknowingly. Okay. It's not like something we plan. It's not something we anticipate for. We just want to save the day or ease people into the truth. Because, Mr. Smart, the world, people are funny. People are so funny. Human beings have different way they think. We are all different. The way I can handle the truth is quite different from the way you handle the truth and the way you handle the truth. So that makes life a mystery and interesting. Okay. So we find ourselves in a situation, for example, you have a friend who walk up to you, for example, Jallo is my friend, and Jallo says, LG, how am I looking today? That's a question. Now, if I want to be honest, I would just say you're looking the way you are looking. I'm saying things. But now, as some situation may call for, you just look at, man, you are doing fine. Now, most people don't know that that's gentle lie right there. You just want to save the day by, okay, let's go because of time, or you're in a relationship, or your woman or your partner asks you, babe, how is this outfit? Now it is not going well, but you just have to save the day because you're trying to prevent things from happening or from escalating to a point where you don't want it to be. And most people who involve in gentle are emotionally intelligent people. Because you have to be emotionally intelligent to be in the position where you want to save the day or to think about people's emotion. You have to be in that state where you empathize with people. For example, Mrs. Smart, you find yourself, let's say people who are faced with illness, death. There are sometimes it is not necessary to say the truth because the truth will not help anyone. My family is involved in issues like that. My father's uncle, when he heard about his son's death, immediately he died. Because the truth at that time, that was the truth. But if people were emotionally intelligent, they should have found a way to convey that message. So people who are mostly involved in gentle lies, but I mentioned something, Mr. Smart.
What
gentle
is that?
lies, we find ourselves doing it even without planning it. If you ask most people, everybody wants to say, I want to be honest. But who and what is involved will prompt you to either be honest or either want to save the day or either want to prevent things from escalating.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Now, before I give Jallo the opportunity to respond to some of the things that you talked about, you said people who are involved in telling gentle lies are emotionally intelligent, right? What about those who just go for the brutal honesty? What would you say? What would you describe them as?
Well, being brutally honest is...
Mr. Hedgie, if you can come closer to the mic, we'll get your voice clearly. Go ahead.
Well, just like I said, Mr. Smart, the truth is always subjective.
No, I want you to give me describe them. You just described gentle liars, right?
Yeah.
How would you describe someone who is brutally honest?
They are brutally honest. They are not empathetic. They don't think about people's emotion. They are just like...
Will you say they are rigid?
No, I won't say that.
Okay.
What I would say is that they are brutal. The word itself is they are brutal. When someone is brutal, they are brutal.
No problem. I was just going on the fact that we have gentle lies and you term it as emotionally intelligent people, right? But when it came to brutal honesty, you say they are brutal. No problem. I will give
Can
you
I comment now?
You can come in, sir.
Because I want to clarify some things.
Okay.
There's a couple of things that I want to make clear.
I know we're getting to that. Okay, Jallo. So, you heard some of the things that LG talked about, right?
I do.
Yes. Go ahead. What do you have to say? What are your counter arguments?
Yeah, one thing that I want to make very clear, first of all, let me just start with where he ended.
Okay.
He said brutal, honest people are people that are really brutal. You're getting it all wrong. To be honest, if I'm brutal doesn't necessarily mean that, if I'm brutally honest with you, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm brutal. It's because I'm telling you a fact. Something that is truthful, you can see it. The only thing, the reason why they call it brutal honesty, it's because it's something that is harsh. Probably you might not handle it. It is brutal honesty because it affects your emotion. It makes you feel uncomfortable. And I cannot sugarcoat it. That is why they call it brutal honesty. It's not because I'm brutal. In fact, it's because I love you. It's because I like you. That is why I'm trying to be honest with you. But if you say brutal, honest people are people that are brutal or rigid, I don't agree with that. And then coming to your own part again, you said...
Just for clarification, I said rigid. He did not use the word rigid. I was trying
you
to...
asked the question?
Yes, I said...
All right.
I just want to make sure that we're
Thank
clear.
you.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. And coming to the next part again, you said gentle liars are people that are emotionally intelligent. What about brutal, honest people? Of course they're intelligent. In fact, it's because of the intelligence they see what's right and what's wrong. That's why they tell you that.
But are they emotionally intelligent?
If they're emotionally okay, brutal, honest people actually consider emotions first, but they prefer the facts than emotion. You have to understand that.
So does that make them emotionally intelligent?
Of course. Okay. Now it makes them emotionally intelligent, but they prefer the truth. Because why I'm saying
it doesn't make them
it does make them emotionally intelligent. I have to clarify this thing. They prefer the truth.
I'm listening.
In fact, when I'm trying to be brutally honest with you, I consider the way you're feeling. In fact, I assume that if I tell Mr. Smart what he has done is wrong, it might hurt him. It might. I'm considering that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm considering the fact, the truth, and putting aside these emotions. I know you're gonna get hurt, but I'm gonna tell you though, I'm sorry if you're getting hurt, but this is the truth, and that's it. Do you understand?
So the truth triumphs over their emotions.
Of course,
that's what
that's
you're
what
saying.
I'm trying to say.
All right,
Well, it doesn't mean that they are not emotionally intelligent. You have to understand that.
no problem. If you, okay.
Mr. Smart.
And you remember, I keep telling you, you have to speak.
I'm so comfortable, man.
Go ahead.
So, Jalo, the emotional intelligence I was referring to is now let's get this straight with Jalo. Now, the truth, like I stated, is always subjective.
What do you mean by that? Can you give me an instance? Can you explain that?
For
to me?
example, Jalo, within me, intrapersonally, I might think you're a bad person. I might think because probably we involve in some argument or some dispute, or I meet you at the place where you are handling things very roughly due to the situation. Maybe you were shouting, you are like going above your tone. You are in that situation. Then I'll be like, I'm coming. I'm just imagine yourself in that situation. My first time seeing you.
No problem.
You were just displaying, but without knowing what happened. Now, what I'm saying is someone who is arrogant, someone who is just taking things out of an handling situation. Now I might say, well, my friend, why are you shouting like this? You understand what I'm saying? If I want to involve, if I just want to state the truth, because the truth at that time is that you are being arrogant. You are just above your voice, stating things without. You understand what I'm trying to say? But now, people who are emotionally intelligent, they will sit down. Why is Jalo reacting like this?
Does it mean that you lied to me?
No. Listen, Jalo.
You've
Jalo.
given an instance, and I'm asking you now, if you are not going to be honest with me, you're opposing the honesty. If you see me, let me just use a scenario here. If you see me arguing and I become very arrogant, you have no clue. You don't know me. Your instance again, not so. You don't know me. And then you saw me just arguing and then shouting and everything. And then instead of telling me the truth that what I did was absolutely wrong, what's the option? Are you gonna sit there and then lie to me that what I did was right?
The option is to calm you down.
Jalo.
No, but that's not gentle.
Jalo.
That's not a gentle. That's not a topic here. That's not a discussion.
I will leave the both of
So
you.
calm me down.
I will stay out of this.
No. You're free to come in. You're free to come in. But so calm me down. So calm me down. It's not an option here. The topic of discussion here is either to choose one. Either you're gonna be gently lie to me, or you're going to be brutally honest with me.
Yeah. So can I? Let me.
Okay.
I want.
Come
You want to say something?
I want to say something, Mr. Smart.
Go ahead.
So, Jalo, I still want to emphasize on that area of people who are brutally honest. Jalo. There's nothing to think. They are not. You can't be emotionally intelligent and you don't take situations into perspective. Now, the entire thing about gentle lie is not meant to be hurtful. It's not meant to harm people. It's meant to take people in the truth with ease. For example, Jalo. Now, a woman was pregnant. Her mother was also in a critical situation.
Okay.
Now, the woman entered to the labor room.
Okay.
In the course of delivering the baby, she lost the baby.
Gotcha.
Now, but she had it at the back of her mind that her mother was also in critical condition. Now, the mother died. Now, the woman is in critical condition. If that woman asks you, what's the current state of my mother, what will you say?
Do I have to lie? I don't have to lie.
What will you say?
I will tell you. If I'm the doctor, I will tell you, I am really sorry. Your mother just passed away.
No, forget about being the doctor. I'm acting as a relative.
No, if you're a doctor,
yes,
in that state, Jalo,
Now,
in that state, do you think you tell that woman that?
Or what will you tell a relative? What will you say at that state?
I have two options. Yes. And that's not going to be gently lying. Option one, I don't tell you the truth right now, but yet still, I'm going to tell you the truth. Option two,
Okay, hang on a second. I don't want you to.
No.
Okay, no. Explain option one. If you don't tell the truth, what do you do? What do you say?
Option one, if I don't tell you the truth, I'm not going to say anything. But yet still, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to tell you the truth.
You won't answer the question. If the woman asks you, "How is my mother?" What will you say as a doctor?
Okay. If a woman asks me, how is my mother doing? And then I know that the mother just passed away.
Yeah, and you understand the situation that the woman is in, right?
I understand the situation that the woman is in.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm going to tell her the truth.
You're going to tell her the truth.
I will tell her the truth.
And the truth is your mother passed away.
Your mother passed away.
Okay.
But I can never lie to
Then
that.
you are not emotionally intelligent.
What are you talking about? Do I have to say, okay, listen, LG, you're given instances here, okay? Do I have to lie to that mother that your mother is okay, she's fine? Do I have to lie? It doesn't mean.
Now, gentle lie, you're getting everything wrong.
What's a gentle lie? What's a
Mr.
gentle lie? Based on your definition from the start, what did you say a gentle lie is?
Untruth told with the intent.
Can you repeat that again?
Okay. Listen.
An untruth
told with the intent. What's the intent, Ray?
The intent to protect people's feelings.
But are you
their
going to tell them the
emotions.
truth? Okay. Are
Their
you going to tell them?
emotions.
I understand. Are you going to tell them the truth?
You say you.
Are you going to tell them the
you-
truth later on, though?
Now, Jalo, in that process,
You're not answering the
are
question.
going to ease them in the truth.
How do you ease someone in the truth?
Now, Jalo, okay, another thing for you. Have you ever been in a position where
you're
you're
not answering my
involved in
question.
gentle lie?
You're not answering my
Hold on a second, right?
questions.
Yeah. I don't want us to leave certain, like the example that you
Yeah,
give,
I'm
you don't
asking you
answer,
a
right?
question based on-
So, I'm going to answer for LG, right?
No problem.
According to his definition, he's saying that gentle lie is an untold truth with the intent of considering people's
emotions, feeling,
right? Yeah. So, then he also mentioned that people who tell gentle lies are people who are emotionally intelligent. That is what he said, right? So, if I understand what you are going through, in this woman's case, where she has lost a baby and the mother just passed away, and I can only imagine the series of emotion that she's going through, how she's feeling bad from losing a baby now to a mother who she doesn't even know about. There are some situations where you protect the person's well-being, not even that emotion. So in that instance, I will not. And I don't think any doctor in this world will tell her the truth.
I absolutely agree in that situation. I will not.
No, but you say you will tell her the
No,
truth.
I will tell her the truth, but not in that state. Listen, I can wait. This is what you don't understand.
Yeah.
I can wait for the right.
Why will you wait when you're a brutal, honest person?
Hang on a second. Yes.
Being brutally honest doesn't mean that you should always just go like that. No, I don't agree.
no.
I don't agree with that.
No.
I don't agree.
So,
It
in
means
the process
that-
of avoiding the question, what will you do?
In
How
the
do you
process,
call that? Yes, how do you
I'd
find
rather
that?
not. Can you understand what I'm trying to say here? I'd rather.
This is politics at play.
No, it's not politics at
All
play.
right,
This is
Jalo,
just the truth.
Jalo, you remember?
I'd rather not. Let me just come.
Yeah.
I'd rather not say anything than lie.
But that's a gentle lie, right?
That's a gentle lie by not saying anything.
By not saying
A
anything.
gentle lie?
Yeah, if
no.
somebody, no, that's a lie.
gentle lie.
No,
Jalo,
a lie is when I tell you a lie.
No. A lie
As
is
long as you're
when
avoiding
Yes.
the question, you are avoiding the truth.
Exactly.
That's a lie, right?
Smart.
That makes
Let
it
me give an
gentle or
instance.
white
Yeah.
lie.
Wait, let me give an instance.
Give an instance, Jalo.
This is water, not so.
Yeah.
And then you ask me or I ask you if this is water. You do not answer. You understand? You just say, okay, I'll get back to you. I'll this, I'll that. Did I say anything about a lie or truth?
You did say something.
Did I say anything about a lie or a truth? I did say something, but did I say anything about a lie or a truth?
Yes, you did.
Can you elaborate on that?
Okay. The fact that you say I will get back to you.
I didn't lie.
No, I'm coming.
I wasn't
It
able-
also suggests that you don't know whether this is water or not because you say I will get back to you.
No, it's about nah.
But
That's
it's not
about
about
no. You ask a question.
You ask the
It's
question.
about
I'm telling you what I think.
problem.
Right?
The
It
bone of
might be
contention
water,
here.
it might not be water, it
The
might
bone
be
of contention
another
here.
substance.
This is what I want to make clear. The bone of contention here is you're saying that brutally honest people don't consider emotions. In this case, it is emotion. You understand? I totally understand that one. But instead of lying to preserve that emotion, I will tell you the truth. If it is not the right time for me to tell you the truth,
Jalo,
I
you-
will
you
wait
are-
and tell you the truth.
you-
But I can never lie to you.
Hang on a second.
Why are you avoiding
Jalo,
the question at that moment?
Let me say
Because
something.
you're trying to say that people, brutally honest people, don't care about emotions, but I mean they are not emotionally intelligent people.
Yeah.
But they are though. That is why they are telling you the truth. I've seen doctors that tell you I'm really sorry.
People who
You
are
just
brutally honest, they are
Oh
not
my God.
empathetic and they are not emotionally intelligent.
They are not what?
Empathetic. Because if
Oh
you
my God.
empathy. Now, Jalo, I want
Do
you
you
to
know what? Do you know what empathy is?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
You
is
know
that?
You got to be emotionally intelligent to be someone
what
who
is what do
I'm
you
coming,
understand?
Jalo,
What
I'm
do you
coming.
understand by the empathy?
Okay. Now, is putting yourself in the
Empath-
position of the next person.
Of course. Okay. So if I'm honest with you, isn't it because I put myself into that position?
How can the truth in that situation help that woman
Oh my
who
God.
is
So
devastated?
your entire position here is the truth or the lie must help that person. How does the lie?
That's the
No,
How does the lie help the person?
No.
You're asking me a question. How does the lie help the person?
It helps the person,
You're
Jallo.
you're not answering the question. Oh, you want to answer? Answer for him.
I'm answering.
Answer for him.
Let's go. Jallo. Now, I'm still going back to the example where we have a woman in the hospital who lost a child, right? Medically speaking, I don't think she's in the right state of mind, okay? Because from losing a child, it comes with a lot of traumas, right? So to protect her health, to ensure that she can recover fully and function, right? I think omitting the truth is the better way to go. You cannot be brutally honest with a person in that situation, thinking that, oh, I'm going to put myself in their shoes. Because one, you're not a woman. I'm coming, Jallo. You said I should answer the question. You're not a woman, so you don't know what she's just experienced.
Yeah, you're answering the question wrong.
I'm answering the question wrong.
In a wrong way. No, respectfully. You are saying.
How am I answering? Yeah.
Okay, now, any doctor, let's just say any doctor or any nurse who is not honest with their patients,
Yep.
they are not professionals.
Jallo.
Listen,
Yeah,
waiting,
that-
listen.
that is not
I have
true.
seen instances.
That is not true.
Of course, they are not professionals.
No,
a
that's not-
doctor should not lie to the patient.
No.
No matter what, they should not lie to the patient.
Yes.
No, people
Listen.
are watching. They can comment if it is okay
now-
for the patient.
now,
I mean,
Jallo,
for the
No,
doctor to
nobody
lie.
is saying lying, Jallo. We put gentle lies in front of it,
A
right?
lie is a
They
lie.
are
Whether it is
harmless.
gentle, whether it is
Okay,
hard,
It is
whether it
harmless.
is black, whether it is
Oh,
blue,
Mr.
it
Smart,
is a lie.
Mr. Smart, I want to, Mr. Smart,
A
Jallo.
lie is a lie.
Jallo, in this situation,
God.
now
This boy.
you were just thinking about it, the doctor. But now,
Oh, give me another instance.
Okay, now Jallo, another instance. Okay, let's be practical about it.
No problem.
You're a grown man, and the truth is pro bono. Everybody deserves access to the truth.
I agree.
Pro bono. Now, what I'm saying now, Jallo, you're in a relationship with a woman, and
No, I love this. Come on, bring
I
it up.
love the
I
relationship.
love this.
The relationship.
Bring it up.
Now,
Let me take a sip. I love this.
Jallo,
Take a deep seat.
from my little experience on relationship and how far things have been around my own life and what I've seen, most successful relationship of nowadays is built on gentle lies. I'm coming, Jallo. Most successful relationship is built on gentle lie.
In what
I've
way?
seen situations. For example, now you have a woman walk up to you, dressed in a blue or pink or you name it. Then she's, babe, how do I look? Oh, babe, how is this food? How is the taste? Is the food sweet or nice? Or who are you talking to? Who was that lady? Who are you on the phone with? These are questions. These are situations. How do you save the day?
Okay.
I'm gonna get him a dynamic mic
All right,
that
carry
attaches to you here. So whenever you're moving,
So how do
it
you
captures
save the
you.
day in situation like that? Let's now you for example you were talking to another woman. Let's say you are that person who plays around. You are on the phone with another woman.
Forget about
Gotcha.
playing around. Don't make it complicated, right?
Okay.
You are just in a relationship. You love someone
Yes.
so much, right? Okay, I'm not. Go ahead.
Come on. I love it. You two are coming for me.
No,
No.
I'm neutral.
Just kidding. I'm just
So
kidding.
Jack,
Carry
how
on.
do you
Neutral,
save the
uh-huh.
day? Because we are faced with situations like this every day. As long as you're in a relationship,
But
you,
LG,
I
your
want you to
example
rest,
is a
'cause I
little bit
wanna
broad,
come in.
right?
Yeah.
I want you to be more specific. Okay, so what exactly are you talking? Because you are giving different broad.
yeah,
examples.
the
Be
reason,
more
the
specific.
reason
Yeah.
I switched to the reason I switched to this example
if
is
you
because
give-
we avoided that instance of the woman
We
in the
didn't
hospital.
avoid it.
Of course, it's
disagree
gonna-
with what
it's
you're
gonna
saying.
avoid it.
No, we avoided it because you were just saying the point of the doctor. Now, the woman is in the hospital. Now, the diet patient, now, this is two
So
patients.
we're coming back to it again. I thought we were.
No, I just wanted to state it why,
Okay.
why we avoided that topic. So now, Jalo, how I made mention about most successful relationships are built on gentle lies. Now, in a situation where you're on a phone, let's just, you know what I'm talking about, Jalo.
I got
and
you.
she walks up, babe, who are you talking to? And let's really imagine that you are talking to another woman. What will you say?
What will I say?
Yeah.
In this case,
Yeah.
of course I'll be honest. That's the better one.
Are you sure?
That's the better one. Now listen, can I tell you the truth here? No, wait. I want to come in.
Go ahead.
Let me make this very clear and make it very clear publicly.
Yeah.
I have lied. Of course I have lied. I'm a human being. I have lied like 1,000 times. I've told gentle lies like crazy. I have.
Was it helpful?
No, it wasn't. That's why I'm here. Which one is better? It's the brutal honesty.
Why
So,
weren't you not
wait,
brutal?
I'm coming. You've said a lot. Let me come inside. Okay? I have lied a couple of times, but where has it taken me? Honestly speaking, the gentle lies that I've told
Save the day.
have they have affected me, my life. In this case, relationship. No relationship can be a happy relationship with a gentle lies. It doesn't. We all lie. I'm just saying here, I am not perfect. I'm a human being. In fact, it's because of that. That's why I'm here. You understand? To tell you that the thing that will save a relationship, it's when you try to build trust, and you can never build a trust with a lie. Whether it is gentle or not, it doesn't.
Actually, you can't build trust with a lie. Okay, go ahead.
With a gentle, with a gentle lie, you can't build.
I think honest.
You can't build.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know you can come in, right? You know you can come in.
Go ahead. The argument is between the
What
both.
I'm saying here is you cannot build trust. Relationship is all about trust. The moment you break that thing, it's done. In this your instance, you asked if I am talking to a woman, and then my girlfriend just walks up to me and then asks me who I'm talking to. In this case, what's gonna save me is to tell a gentle lie. You understand? Wait, what's gonna save me is to tell a gentle lie. But if I do that, is it the right thing? Is it the better thing? I'm just doing it just to be selfish to myself. I have done that, Elgin. And I'm telling you, it's not good. The better option here, the one that is better, is just to be honest. If that person is actually intelligent, if that person is actually like really wants to be told the truth the way it is,
I'm happy you said
understand.
really want to be told the truth.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying here. Listen. I want to come in. I'm not saying here that everybody should accept brutal honesty. I'm not expecting everybody. And then Smart asked earlier on. He said, "Do you think we will live in any world where everybody will accept a brutal lie? I mean, a brutal honesty?"
Like
I said, "No, it's not possible."
Okay.
Do you understand? Some people want to be told what they want to hear, but some people, like me, tell me the truth.
Okay.
Trust me, just tell me the truth.
Okay.
And that's the better option.
So you made mention about you being in a situation wherein you say gentle lie.
This guy just said a lot of things.
Yeah.
Don't you? You're not going to question the thing
That's what I'm going.
I'm ready, fire.
Yes. So you made mention about you being in a situation wherein you were involved in a gentle lie. So why, as someone who says you are practical about being honest, so why don't you just say the truth at that time?
Oh
Why
my
did you
God.
choose the second option?
Okay, let me repeat that
Just
again.
why?
Wait, let me come in. Let me repeat that again. When I studied, did I say I'm perfect?
No,
Did I say,
no.
Elgin, did I say I'm perfect?
You said
Jaro.
no one is perfect.
No one is perfect.
Good.
No one is
I
perfect.
I said, and what did I say? I said it out here. Everybody's watching me. And then I said, I have lied like what? Crazy. Do you understand?
Yes.
No.
No, Jalo,
Wait
allow-
for me.
allow
Let
me-
me
allow
come
me
in.
to-
It
allow
doesn't
me
mean
to-
because I believe in this, you understand, means I'm doing it 100%. Elgin, I'm not
But
perfect.
that's you being dishonest right here. You are playing injustice to the topic. To
What are you
were
talking
saying.
about?
No, you're playing
Do I have
injustice.
to come here lie? Do you expect me to come here and then I lie?
So that means you're even lying. This is a gentle
Of
lie
course
right
I
here.
am not. What
You're
do
lying.
you mean by I'm lying?
You're lying. You're not someone who practically say the truth.
Of course, I practically say the truth, but I lie. Why can't you understand?
Even right now, you're saying gentle lies.
Okay, do you think it makes sense? Okay, haven't you been honest for once?
Now,
Haven't you been honest for once?
I have been honest.
So what are you talking about
I
here?
have been honest.
No, what are you talking
But-
about now? You've told lies, and then you've been honest. Everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Let me just.
But now we are saying
Wait. Let me not be
in
inclusive here.
situations.
In situations.
We have two options.
Yes.
You have just made mention about you saying gentle lie in several situations. Now, if you are involved in situations wherein you want to save the day, you want to prevent people from getting hurt.
If I want to.
Yes.
If I want to. Not to be selfish. Trust me, I will be brutally honest.
Then why were you not honest in situations?
Where?
Like what I asked you.
Because I told you that I'm not perfect. I'm a human being.
So which do you prefer?
Haven't you said the truth for once?
Jalo, which do you prefer?
I prefer the brutal honesty.
Okay.
I prefer it. But that doesn't mean, why is this so hard for you to understand? That doesn't mean that I've not lied. If I come here and then I start saying that, wait for me. If I come here, that I start saying that I have never told a lie before, you'll depreciate my integrity.
Okay.
You understand? I can't come here over my dead body to come here and then I start saying that, oh my God, I have never told a lie. I prefer brutal honesty. Let me just come. You've said a lot here.
Yes,
all right? I just come and then I say, oh, I prefer brutal honesty. And because I prefer it, that's what I always do. That's what I always do. I've never lied. I have lied, Elgin. Now, am I proud of
Jalo,
it?
we are not talking about lie.
I
Listen.
have told gentle lies.
Thank you. Come back to the topic.
I have told a
because
gentle... Elgin,
a
lie is a lie. Whether it is black, whether it is blue, whether it is gentle, whether it is soft, it is a lie. There is no way to sugarcoat it. A brutal honesty. I cannot
but you admit to the fact that we have gentle lies. We have, as I say, black lie or white lie. You agree to the fact. This is lie, but it is also in different diversities.
I agree.
Thank you. So we are not saying lie. We are saying gentle lie, harmless. Something that is meant to protect people's feeling, their emotions, and taking situations into perspective.
I agree.
Jalo, I want to tell you a story briefly, from Genesis in the Bible.
Oh, you bring the Bible?
Yeah, I love religion. Let's go.
Genesis in the Bible. I think it is Genesis 12. Genesis 12. I stand to be corrected. Genesis 12, 10 down to 20.
It's okay, we understand.
But we all know about Abraham. Is a religious father in both religion. So Abraham was faced with a situation wherein he was in a place. They asked him about his wife. They're like, who is this woman? Now, because the woman was so beautiful to a point that Abraham thought that if I admit that this woman is mine, they are going to kill me and take my woman. So what did Abraham did? He responded, she is my sister. Because at that point, the right thing to do was to save himself. That's my sister.
So you're trying to talk about instances here. Can you generalize something? Can you generalize in cases of both? Which one is better? Which one is better?
Is the best way to go to save the day.
Oh my God.
If you want to save the day, if you're someone who is emotionally intelligent, if you're someone who is mature to a point that you know that the truth is always subjective, it can't be always right because we have different perspectives.
All right, Mr. Elgin, you've asked a lot of questions. Let me ask you this. What builds trust?
Mr. Jaro.
What builds trust?
Thank you for asking such sensitive question. Now, the thing about trust is a very sensitive topic. You understand what I'm saying?
What builds trust?
Truth, honesty, sincerity, love.
Can I answer the question? Wait, I want to answer.
A lot of factors.
So all the factors that you mentioned, did you mention a lie there? A gentle lie? Did you?
Now, Jalo, I was still on my toes.
That's the point that I'm trying to raise. You raised truth, you raised honesty, you raised all the things. You didn't raise a gentle lie. That is to tell you, wait, I'm coming. You were talking about relationships here, not so? And then you just answer this thing. You know that a gentle lie is just a selfish thing that we always do.
No, gentle lie can't be selfish. No, gentle lie can't be selfish.
Wait,
it can be selfish.
You know, okay, why didn't you mention it in a relationship? Why didn't you mention that one as a key factor to a relationship? It's because
I mentioned it. I said the one of the
why did you mention it?
Successful relationship is gentle lies. I mentioned it.
It did.
I told you from the start that gentle lies.
Did you mention it? Here?
Yes, I mentioned it.
When did you mention it?
No, he did when he was talking.
You go back and watch the video. I mentioned it.
But he can't watch the video because
I said go back to the video after you see.
Let's say
I mentioned it. It's a statement of fact.
You said a gentle. Let's just say you mentioned it.
Yeah, I mentioned not just say I mentioned it.
I might have missed it.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have missed it.
I mentioned it. Yeah.
No problem. Let's say you mentioned it. So the key thing that builds trust in a relationship, you said it's a gentle lie. Explain how.
Okay. Good. Jalo. Now, like I told you, the way I handle the truth it's quite different from the way the next person.
No, you can't say a lie and then truth.
I'm coming. I'm
You're not answering the question.
I'm coming, Jalo.
How does a gentle lie build trust?
That's why I'm coming. Allow me to build.
Okay,
and,
I'm
and
waiting.
learn well. Thank you.
waiting.
Thank you, Mr. Jalo. So
After that, no, just talk.
yes.
After.
So Jalo.
No, I don't want you to think I'm supporting Eric, so I'll keep quiet.
You know, it's all of us. It's all
So
of us. Carry on.
yeah. So Jalo, I've told you the truth. First of all, is always subjective. That's you know that.
After, you're gonna tell me how is the truth subjective. You're gonna give me
we're coming
instances.
here. I'm
Answer
ready.
this
Let me give
question
you
first.
an instance, right, Jalo? What I consider to be beautiful, you might consider to be ugly. That's how it's subjective. Carry on.
Let's go. Okay. So now, like I said, we aren't
And
the
that's the
truth.
truth. That's the truth.
What is that?
Jalo,
That's a subjective truth, yeah.
Jalo.
Nah, you're talking about.
No,
nah,
you said, how is the truth
Mr.
subjective?
Smart, you're trying now to differentiate. You're trying now to
No, no.
Wait. Let me just come in. You're trying to separate the types of truth.
No.
If I say this is a table, that's a truth, isn't it?
Yes.
If I say this is a bottle, that's a truth, isn't it?
Yes. That
Is
is
this
called-
subjective?
That's an objective truth.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Listen up, Jalo. We said
No, you cannot just say a truth is subjective just like
No,
that.
I asked you that you agree, some-
Some truth. Of course, I did philosophy.
Okay.
Some truth can be subjective.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But in certain cases, you can see this particular thing, and then you yourself that is receiving the truth, you will say, yes, this is actual fact.
that's objective. That's fact. Thank you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. But what I need you to understand, Jalo, let's agree on something, right?
Let's agree.
The truth can be subjective at times. Do you agree on that?
The truth
Can be subjective
can
at times.
be subjective. I agree.
Most of the
Bingo.
times.
Let's go. Go ahead. That's
Yes.
what I wanted to point out. Yeah.
Can you clarify that?
Most of the time.
Some truths. Can you say some truths?
Yes, that's some
Yes,
some
some
truth.
truth, yes.
some
I'm
truth,
with
some
anyways,
truth.
carry on.
I'm with you, Jalo. So as I was saying, Jalo, we all respond to the truth differently. So in relationships of nowadays, Jalo, it's so complicated to a point that
We've been talking for 42 minutes. Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
so relationships,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I thought this was going to be
relationships
a...
are so complicated
Oh, this is
these
interesting.
days, Jalo.
You've not answered the question.
I'm
Either, right?
coming. That's the question I'm answering. You don't want to give me time. You just want me to rush
I
into
didn't
it.
say anything. You're not answering. Okay,
Then
carry
allow
on.
me to ease myself into the
You know the
this
question, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, carry on.
So now, Jalo, relationships are complicated. Complicated in the sense because now we have two different people from different background, different school of thought living together. Now, Jalo, I stated by asking you questions, but you flouted them and refused to
Name
answer
one
them.
question that I've not yet answered.
Now, the first question with the woman in the
You're not making your point.
I'm
Just
coming.
make your point and ignore
Name
me.
Yes,
one question.
yes.
I'm asking you a question right now. You're ignoring the question.
I'm not
Name one
ignoring the
question
question.
that I didn't answer.
Which question am I ignoring?
Okay, I asked you. Let me repeat again. How does a gentle lie build a trust in a
Can I
relationship?
answer that? You want me to answer that?
You're 1,000% free.
Yes, I do. All right. So a gentle lie impacts a relationship because it protects.
It protects what?
It protects the person's feelings.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
Yes. And then it also takes into consideration that if I'm going to be empathetic, I should understand that what I can naturally endure, since I know my partner, they may not be able to endure it in that manner. In other words, in that brutal, honest manner, you're going to tell it.
Okay.
So that is how gentle lies impact a relationship.
Can I come there?
You may. You
Okay.
may.
Now, if you say it's going to build into, it's going to be trust
Yeah.
inside the relationship.
Yeah.
And by saying that, you said it impacts
Yeah,
because
impact.
you're trying to protect someone's feelings.
Yes.
So you prefer to lie to that person than being honest.
Yes.
Is that what you prefer?
Yes.
Does that make, wait, I'm coming. Does that make any sense to you?
It does.
How?
Because it protects their feelings. Let me give you an example.
How do you value? This is what I don't comprehend here.
Yeah,
How
go-
do you value feelings than the truth?
Because-
if these people, wait,
Hang
if,
on a
this,
second.
if somebody, okay, I keep lying to you. I keep lying to somebody.
You're changing the narrative.
Wait,
Let's focus here. Those that keep lying.
Yes.
No.
Listen, this topic that
I'm
we're
trying to give an instance to this topic.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I keep lying to somebody. Okay, let's say my girlfriend is asking me, how do I look? Oh, this shirt. I know that this shirt doesn't look good at all. You understand? I keep saying, oh, honey, you're beautiful. You're so sweet. You're so angelic in this kind of dress. And then she goes outside. And then she finally realizes that what I approve of is actually just a gentle lie. It's just a lie. Okay. You understand? I just told the person just for her not to feel good. Deep down, I know that it's wrong. Deep down, you understand? It's wrong. And then she goes out there and then she's being told the honest truth. Who just lied?
Okay. Let me explain to you, right? In that exact example, Jallo, right? If my girlfriend goes out and she asks me about her dress, how do I look? And I say, oh, you look great. And then she goes out and the world beats her down with the truth, right? And then she comes back to me and say to me, well, Emmanuel, you didn't tell me the truth because people are thinking this, people are thinking that way. You know what I'm going to tell her?
What are you going to tell her?
I'm going to tell her that what matters is the way I see you.
Oh, my
Okay?
God.
No, because that is the truth.
Oh, my God.
I'm coming.
It means from the start
Jallo,
you didn't even
Jallo,
lie.
Jallo,
why,
I'm coming.
Why? Okay,
Listen.
wait, I'm coming. Why didn't you? Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
You know why?
Why didn't you tell her the truth in the first place?
Listen, because if she wears something, she feels comfortable, she feels okay, she feels happy. It is not my responsibility to bring her down just because I don't like it.
It's not bringing her down. Brutal honesty is not about bringing somebody
No,
down.
that's what it is.
I totally disagree.
You see, Jallo.
You destroy people's
Jallo,
confidence.
no.
You destroy
No,
you
no,
destroy
no,
their
no.
self-esteem.
Listen,
No, I'm
listen,
coming.
listen.
Brutal
let's-
honesty.
No, stay
Mr.
with
Smart.
me. Wait,
Mr. Smart.
Let's finish
Do
this
you
example,
say
okay?
brutal
Yes.
honesty is about bringing people down?
In this instance, we're using your example that you just gave, right? In that instance, it's bringing her down.
It's
you
not.
know why? Let me tell you why.
It's not.
Okay. You know I told you about the truth being subjective, right, Jallo? Do you know, for me, some of the truth, right? If somebody is happy, it's not about me. Are you understand what I'm trying to say?
I agree.
Honesty to me means if you are happy, you are comfortable with what you are doing, I'm going to support you. So even if I disagree or I don't like what you say, the fact that you're happy, that's your truth. It becomes my truth because I want you to be happy in a relationship.
If you disagree with my honesty, if you actually disagree with
That is not a big of a. It doesn't come. It's not about me. I want you to understand, right? You're talking about honesty. This case is about the woman. It's about her feelings, right? This has nothing to do with me.
honey, how do you see my dress? Oh, honey, this dress is not okay. You look, wait, I'm coming. You don't look nice in this dress. How about you just go?
Now,
wait, I'm coming.
No. That's not how it's going to play. That's how it plays in your own.
Mr. Smart,
Okay,
Mr.
let me
Smart.
ask you.
Wait, yeah,
Honey, honey, can you act like a woman?
Yes.
Please?
Go ahead.
Honey. Okay, ask me about the dress first.
Okay. Honey, how's my dress?
Can you turn around? Oh my
I
God.
feel wonderful in it. How is it? What do you think?
Honey, you don't look good in this dress. You have a couple of dresses out there. Can you just go and then you change this?
But I love this.
I know you do love it, but what if you go outside there and they tell you the same thing?
Listen, I want you to understand. I don't care about what people say out there. Now, the only reason I'm asking is because I think you will like it. But if you don't like it, it's okay.
No,
I appreciate that.
if you
I'm
pre-
still going to wear it.
You're gonna wear it. I respect it, but at least I've told you the truth.
It's okay.
That's the honest truth.
It's okay. Thank you. That's
That's
beautiful.
it.
That is...
Being brutally honest doesn't mean that I'm gonna force you. It doesn't
That's not
necessarily mean
brutal.
that.
What you did right now is not brutal
It's not
honesty.
brutal honesty.
Jallo.
What I did?
You
That's
just
gentle
what
lie.
What
did I do?
You were being honest, but you were not being brutal.
I said, baby, you don't look good in this.
No.
No, Jaro.
No, you did
Okay.
not.
How
You are
would
thinking
you
about her
expect-
feelings.
Let me tell you what brutal honesty is, right? Okay, you play the role of the woman.
Okay. Honey, how do I look?
This dress, you look terrible. You look horrible. And I can assure you, if you get out there, people are they're gonna make fun of you. Go and change it and wear something else.
Honey, I love this dress.
Who is this person? Yeah. So brutal honesty, Jallo, is saying things as you see them without caring about how the other persons feel. So in this
Brutal.
very instance, that's what we use. You know, there's the adjective in front of the word honesty, right?
Understand.
You are being honest, but you are
Brutal.
being brutal at the
About
same
it.
time.
Yep.
So by saying things, you look horrible in this dress, or I think the dress is terrible on you, I'm hurting your feelings.
I understand. But is that a lie?
If it's a lie,
Is that a lie?
no, it's not lying.
That's the point. So
It's
which
not-
is
but-
better?
What is better, Jallo? That's what I'm telling you now.
Which one is better?
What is better?
Now,
Listen,
you
you
the
ask
problem-
the question,
no,
you're
Mr.
going.
Smart, the thing
Which one is better, Jallo?
It seems like you're ignoring the good side and you're talking about the bad parts.
No,
in anything so far, in any situation so far, there is
Yep.
a good part and there is a bad part. You understand? And then the topic here is which one is more preferable?
I'm coming.
Mr. Smart.
That's what I'm trying to
Mr.
say.
Smart.
There was an entire segment of you. Allow me to talk to
Mr. Smart,
Jallo,
okay.
okay?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
I'm coming. He asked a question, right? Jallo, to be honest with you, right? I'm not going to be brutally honest, but to be honest with you, right? I'm not ignoring brutal honesty. I think there are
Can I have a
times.
fan close to me?
Oh, sure.
problem.
There are times when brutal honesty is definitely
It's not necessary.
No, it's necessary. There are times, right? But if we're going to speak, which one I prefer? I have found out from experience and dealing with a wide range of different people that gentle lie is a way of protecting people. Remember, there's a reason why we put some adjective in front of them.
I understand that.
Okay, right.
I do understand
so,
that.
Brutal lie is absolutely necessary if I know
gentle
that you
lie.
can. Yeah, gentle
carry
lie.
on,
Thank you. Brutal honesty is absolutely necessary if I know the person can handle the truth.
If you know,
Yeah. If I know.
oh God, if you're considering people's feelings, then you're not being brutally honest.
Oh no, I'm being
No, what I'm trying to say is brutal honesty is when you know that this person has a hurt.
No, I said it is only necessary when I know the person can handle it. If they cannot handle
So
it,
if the person can handle it, what's the option?
I'll protect their feelings. Gentle lies.
You'll just be lying to them like that.
No, gentle lies.
Gently.
Don't say lie.
You just
That's the problem with Jallo,
you
Mr. Smart.
just. I understand the
Don't
topic here.
omit
Hang on a
the
second.
gentle from.
No,
don't
doesn't
omit the
mean-
adjective there.
Elgin, I'm
It's
very
gentle
intelligent.
lie, not lie.
Elgin,
Come-
I'm very
let-
intelligent. I know the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
You understand?
He knows.
What I'm trying to say here, if I omit it, it's because of this. I'm speaking
I
faster.
understand,
all
but
right.
let's
So
stick
what
with
I'm trying
gentle
to say.
lie. I don't care. Just stick with gentle lie for the topic for this
All right.
topic.
Gentle lie. Please,
Thank
if I
you.
forget gentle lie, remind me.
Thank you.
So if I am going to tell you a gentle lie, and then you know that that's a lie.
But how will you know? What if you don't know? You're
What if
looking
you
at it if the
don't
person knows, right? You're looking at it if they know. What if they don't know?
What do you mean by who doesn't know?
Jallo.
No matter what one person will know.
It's
No
like,
matter what
it's
one
like
person
you did
will
not
know.
get the
Jallo,
definition.
Here's the
and-
problem.
Can you always tell when someone's being honest with you?
If I can always tell if somebody's no, I'm not perfect now.
Exactly. So let's assume that this person in this case does not know that you're lying to them. How would it hurt their feelings?
The person doesn't know.
Yeah.
But you, the liar, knows that you're lying.
Yeah, but it's not hurting them. You see, you gotta
Why
understand.
do you have to lie? Don't you feel bad?
No,
that you're lying?
I don't.
It means
Because
I'm emotionally
it's
intelligent.
the
It
greater
means,
good.
yes, I'm emotionally intelligent. I'm
Why
considerate.
would I feel bad if I'm protecting somebody's feeling? Why would I feel bad? In a sense, I'm doing something that is right. You know, I'm being honest with myself because if my goal is to protect my partner's feeling, then I have to be honest.
If
And
your
by-
goal is to protect your
My partner's feeling.
then you have to be honest.
By telling
a
gentle lie.
gentle lie.
Yeah. Bingo.
How can you use honesty and gentle lie in the same statement?
Because, yes,
How,
I'll tell you
how can you do that?
Because I added something called adjective.
gentle or white.
I added something called adjective to distinguish what kind
a
of
lie. A lie is a lie.
No.
You
No,
understand?
a lie is a lie.
A gentle lie, a gentle lie is also a lie. No matter how you take a look at
Now,
it.
that's why it's called gentle.
Honey, how do I look?
Harmless.
Sometimes even the person knows that you are.
Jallo. Okay, let me ask this question, right? Let me ask you this question. Have you ever broken up with someone before?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how did that go?
How it went?
Yeah, how it went.
The instance of the breakup?
Yes. No. How did you tell the person? How do you break up the person?
Oh, I told him that I'm done.
You're done.
Yes.
Did you give any reason?
Oh, yes, I did. I did give a reason. I told them. I usually give chances, and then I tell you the reason why I'm done with you.
Okay.
And then I'm telling you honestly that this is the reason, this is the reason, this is the reason. I've been in relationships where
So how did you tell them?
I don't understand.
Like when you were saying, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
brutal
done."
about it.
Do you want me to?
I want to know, how do you tell them?
It seems like I need to remind you guys here again. It seems like you guys are forgetting. I said I have lied. I've told gentle lies.
Yes.
I said that I'm not perfect.
I understand.
You understand? All my relationships, my past relationships, I have told gentle lies. I have. But what I'm trying to say
I've
here
told
is,
white lies.
80% of
but
gentle
what I'm
lies.
trying to say here is, if we all can be honest just for 1 second, we will all agree here that brutal honesty is the better one as compared to a gentle lie.
I'm
Because
being
if I
honest,
keep telling
Jalo.
a gentle lie, okay, if I am breaking up with my supposed girlfriend, you
Yeah.
understand, and then I'm ending things with her, and then I am not being honest with her. I keep telling gentle lies because I don't want to omit gentle again here, please.
Thank you.
All right, I keep telling gentle lies. I'm not helping situations here. I'm not doing anything better.
Okay, Mr. Smart, Jaro.
The best option here, if
Jalo.
I'm actually done, I'm coming. If I'm actually done, I'm gonna tell you. If I'm leaving you because you're sleeping with me, you're sleeping with another man.
Jaro.
If I'm leaving you, I'm coming. If I'm leaving you because you're sleeping with another man, I'll tell you you're sleeping with another man. If I'm leaving you because you're so stubborn, I'll tell you that you're stubborn. That is why I'm leaving.
Okay.
I
Jalo.
don't have to sugarcoat it.
Jaro, you are my brother. I've known you for a while. I want to. Sorry for using this example, by the way. I think we've been in a situation where I saw you practically trying to save people's feelings.
Yes, I do that.
You understand what I'm saying?
And I tell gentle lies in doing that. I don't have to lie. Listen,
No,
this
Jalo,
is why
I'm
I'm
coming.
I don't have to
coming.
lie. I tell gentle
Jalo,
lies.
please
If
allow
I
me.
come here
Allow
and then
me.
I lie,
Allow
I'm
me.
not a human being.
I'm not going to go detail.
I told
You should prefer.
No,
the
why
honest-
where were you
I
trying to
prefer
protect them?
Have I told brutal honesty? Yes.
No, but that,
Have I?
you
Yes, I'm coming.
No,
Have I
Jalo,
told-
allow me to
This
finish.
is what you guys
Allow
can
me to
add.
finish.
It seems like you got.
Jalo,
Okay,
I'll give you the time to speak.
All right.
Allow me to
Yes,
finish.
yes.
I'll
Jalo
give you
is
the time.
right.
Carry on.
I will give you the time to speak. Now, I asked you, we were there. You understand what I'm talking about? Why were you trying to protect both sides? If I was someone who supports brutal honesty, I would have said, you know what, you. This is what's
That's
happening.
prefer.
No, okay, prefer. Thank you. I would have just said, you know what, you. This is what is going on. That's the end of it. That's being brutally honest. But why were you like LG? Okay, LG, let's do this. You planned an entire scenario just to protect the truth, not to be revealed at that point. You know what I'm talking about. So why did you not just say,
I don't know
okay?
what you're talking about.
No,
I know what he's talking about.
That's why I said
And I'm
he's
waiting.
my
You
brother.
told me to wait. I'm
Yes,
waiting.
he's my brother. That's why I said he knows exactly. I don't want to go in
Deep.
go deep
Deeper.
into it. I don't want people to. So Jalo, at that point, I saw you literally struggling to protect the truth.
But
You even involve extra
people?
parties.
People, yeah.
So why were you not brutal about it? Say, you know, party A, party B, this is me. Fight.
Was that long ago?
Not too long.
It was not.
Not
it
too
was
long.
not
What-
long ago.
Jalo has had a change of.
So, okay, Jalo,
Answer the
why
question.
gentle lies at that time?
Short answer.
Short.
Because I'm human.
So which do you
Wait,
prefer?
I'm coming.
No, he's human. Uh-huh.
I'm human. Have I? It's really gonna be awkward if you sit here and then you say you've not been brutally honest. It's really gonna sound embarrassing or disappointing to
Stick
you.
with
Wait,
the
I'm
story,
coming.
Jalo.
No. What I'm trying to say here is I have told a lie, and that thing
In that
I
instance.
said-
In that
in that
instance, I'm
instance,
saying that
What
instance.
happened?
in that instance, I told a lie.
Which lie?
A gentle lie. You guys don't understand. I have told a gentle lie. But for what reason?
Oh, there has to be a reason.
Yes.
Tell me, what is the reason?
Everything has a reason.
What,
Come
what,
on.
what, the reason? What were you doing?
Everything has a reason.
Yes.
I can tell a gentle lie for a couple of reasons.
No,
One of
in
the
that
reasons-
instance,
That situation.
Don't
in that-
explain it.
yes,
We're
yes,
not
that
using no
day.
politics
Okay,
yet.
so
right here.
avoid any commotion.
Why
Oh,
were you?
why we avoiding?
No, wait. I told a gentle lie to avoid a commotion.
Why are you avoiding that?
Why were you
Why are you
avoiding-
avoiding?
Because I don't want any infights. I don't want anything bad to happen.
So you're
That's the
protecting.
benefit of gentle
I
life.
am protecting somebody. I'm not saying you are defining what a gentle lie is right
you.
now.
You're
But
protecting.
by using what had happened. You understand? What I'm telling you is I have done that.
But
Am I
Jalo-
proud of it? Smart. I'm coming.
You were
asked
proud
the
of it
question.
at that time.
Wait.
Because it saved the
I
day.
am not proud of it.
It saved the day.
If I go and then I steal, or if I go and do something bad, and then am I proud of it?
It depends. It depends
No,
on
I'm not proud of it.
on
You
your.
are not me, Elgin. If I tell you that I'm not
That's what I
proud of
said,
it,
It depends.
listen.
Subjective. You're not him.
Yeah.
Okay, at that particular time, if I'm inside with another woman, and then another woman catches me, you understand?
Yeah.
I can lie. I can do anything. I can say anything. You understand?
You can lie,
In
gentle
this
lie.
case,
Yes.
in this case, I'm doing it because I'm selfish. You understand? In this case, I'm doing it because I'm trying to protect
Emotionally
commotion.
intelligent.
But am I doing it for the right reason? Do you understand? That's it. If actually I wanted to be brutally honest, I wouldn't care about commotion. I wouldn't care. I am not saying I've not done both. I have. Haven't you done both, Elgin?
Okay, Jalo, you are getting everything wrong from what I'm
You
saying.
asked the question and I answered you.
Jalo, you are getting everything
You
wrong.
asked the question, I answered. You said I have done that, and I've given you the reason. The reason why I did it, it's because one, I wanted to avoid commotion. Two, because
protect peace,
deep down into my
maintain
heart,
sanity.
Deep down into my heart, it's because I'm a human being. I'm selfish.
We know that, Jalo, you are a
Good.
human being.
So why can't you accept the fact? If you're selfish, you're selfish. We're all selfish. We've all, at some point in time, lied.
But you
We're
are
so gentle lies.
Okay,
I
look,
have.
I'm
Am I proud of
selfless.
it?
So okay, Jalo, I don't want to stress on this thing with this scenario that I just gave. Now, we are actors. We most of the time rehearse with different people.
Yep.
Now, we used to have a friend among us who was like brutally honest. He would say, I quote and unquote, you know the gimuti I want, not the bad one fine. So the minute he says that, I'm coming. The minute he says that, the next person becomes they becomes offended, and it prevents them from giving their best because the manner he was going about it was too harsh, and in the process it destroy people's self-confidence that they can do. I'm coming now, but in the same place we have people like our director who will say that was good, but it could be better.
That's why I don't want to use myself because I'm trapping. I don't want to trap him.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
coming. I'm still on my toes. I'm
all right.
still on my toes. So now, the people, director use this particular phrase. That's good. It could be better. You will see that they will try to improve. They will not run away from him. They will stick with him. They will feel free. But that person that was like, you know the gimuti I want.
Jalo, let me say something.
You wanna
I have
come
to
in?
step in for Jalo on this one. So it doesn't feel like I'm
It's over
supporting.
40 minutes now.
Let me step in. Now, I want you to be very careful with that example because it works both ways.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
There are certain people, when you tell them, oh, you're doing good, oh, you're fine, it could be better, they stay, nothing happens.
Yeah.
There are certain people you need to scream and shout at them. Why are you're wasting, is something wrong with you? You're not getting, you got to scream and shout. That's how they come into character. So be very careful.
I've seen you.
It works for me and the people I'm dealing with.
No, what I'm saying.
But there are certain people,
No, Mr. Spa,
allow me to argue with you.
Mr. Spa, what I'm saying is, I've been with you like 3 years or so, almost 3 years. I've seen the way you handle situations where you take situations into perspective, in the sense
That's because I believe in gentle lies.
what I'm saying, Jalo, is now is someone who knows that this person will handle this. This person is strong enough to handle this truth. Now there are some people who just say, okay, for example, I remember when I was just starting the whole acting thing. It was like I remember it was with you. I was playing the role.
Much more than a friend.
Yes, I was playing the role.
Much more than a friend. The role that
I
you were
was playing the
struggling
role
with.
with you.
And then I told you
was
that
really
you can't do
struggling.
it.
I was really struggling. But in you, I can handle the truth. It was like LG. Okay, let's give it time to grow. So I was okay. But there are some people when you tell them that,
You crush them immediately.
you crush them. No matter how they won't come out from that state.
I think Jalo knows
If
that
I tell-
gentle honesty is the way to go.
Gentle
But
lies.
at this point,
No. I do not agree.
You
with
don't agree with that?
So
You
I
have also, Jalo, you have also said that to me countless times.
Elgin.
You have said that to me.
Elgin, I have done it. How many times do you want me to say this for you to know that I have done it?
Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to see what I'm saying, that gentle lies is the best way to go.
Okay, now you've said all you have to say.
And I've
To
not
say,
said all I have to say.
Okay, you've said something.
something you have to say.
Now, can you allow me to talk?
No, yes.
You used smart
go
as
ahead.
an example.
Yeah,
right?
go ahead.
Yeah.
Smart is a
It's a smart
well
man.
known. He's a smart man, okay? And he's that kind of person who knows if you're wrong, and then he'll know how to tell you.
Yeah.
You understand? If you're right, he'll know how to tell you. But you're just using one person as an example. Now, can you say Samuel Cowell is bad? Simon, America's Got Talent. Simon is brutal. He can be brutally honest with these people.
Yeah, I know.
You understand? If you just take your time and then watch how Simon is, you understand? But that guy is honest with people, and
But
because
have
of
you
his
seen the
Is it not
reaction?
hated?
I'm
Have
sorry.
you not seen
Is
the
it not being
reaction?
Is it not hated
Wait,
by a lot
do you
of
have
people?
to consider hate before you start leaning on something else instead of brutal honesty? Do you have to care about hate?
Yes, you do.
Can you explain that to me? How do you have to satisfy people's feelings and then you ignore the brutal honest part of what is happening?
Now, you see, yes, what we have.
Smart, let me tell you this. I can never, if I'm going to be honest with somebody, I know you're going to say something.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I can tell you without even thinking twice of whether or not you're going to hate me. If actually I want to be brutally honest with you. Do you understand? I can tell you to you. You can say you cannot because, in fact, we all agree to disagree.
I can be honest with you, but I don't have to be brutal.
Okay, you can lie.
No,
Again.
I can be honest,
No,
not lie.
you're using the. I'm trying to reply to you now. You understand?
Yeah.
So the only option is for you to tell a gentle lie.
That is not the only option.
So what's the only option?
It's to be honest, but without being brutal.
That's so. Which one is better?
Between the brutal honest and the gentle lies.
Yes. So if you're saying you cannot, if you're saying the gentle lie is not the only option, you understand?
Yeah.
Why don't you prefer the brutal honesty?
Because the moment you put the adjective in front of the word honesty, right? That brutal, that's what I have a problem with.
Brutal honesty helps people to grow.
Some people. I think it helps
So now
less,
you're secluding people.
as a
You're
matter of
excluding
fact,
certain people.
it helps
Yeah.
less people to grow. I think the majority of people out there, you gotta understand, Jalo, human beings we are emotionally charged. The majority of us, there are still people here that don't know how to handle their emotions. There are still people here that struggle with emotional intelligence.
If anybody,
right?
If people are not strong enough to handle a real truth, then how can they grow?
But you don't
They
grow
can-
by
how
that.
can they
It's
grow?
time.
You-
People
you-
grow.
Yeah,
People
people
mature.
grow with time, but
people grow by as time goes.
I don't have to tell you a gentle lie for me to improve your growth. It doesn't make sense.
Jalo, do you know what?
How can I tell you a gentle lie and then I expect you to grow? I have to be honest with you. I have to tell you.
Have you ever met some adults at this stage in their life, maybe early 20s or whatever, who up to this point they are still frightened? Like when you're talking to them, they get afraid.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have.
How do you approach them?
Okay, so who is asking? Which one do I answer?
No,
No, it's just
I wanted
a
to make a
sensitive
point, but I'm
question.
I'm gonna
Ask me. If you want to ask.
The reason why, Jalo, is because when I've seen a lot of women, let me not even talk about men. I've seen a lot of women who, when they are not ready for a certain level, because brutal, it deals with some level of violence. It might not be physical, but it's going to damage it's going to
Confidence.
damage you emotionally, right?
How?
Because they are not ready for it
No,
yet.
how does a brutal? Because you have to understand. I want you to just prove me wrong here, or prove me right.
Please,
Does
go ahead.
brutal honesty means I need to curse you?
If it means I need to curse
I
you,
need to curse, as in insult you?
well,
Does it mean that?
Let me answer this question. Yes. You know why I'm saying yes, Jalo?
Smart,
Listen, no.
No, I
Listen.
disagree.
Okay, it's okay to disagree. It's fine. You know why I'm saying yes, Jalo? Because the very definition of the word brutal, right? It means you have to be harsh. You can be saying something that is as easy as, oh, Jalo, you're crazy. But the way and manner in which you say it, you understand me? You are crazy, because brutality is about displaying very strong
when
and
you say
aggressive
brutality,
emotion.
you're defining
Okay,
the
being
word
brutal.
separately.
Okay,
now.
being brutal, right?
Being brutal, you're separating the word now. I want you to use brutal honesty. Does brutal honesty mean that you have to curse somebody, that you have to
You
insult
don't,
person?
no, you don't have to curse them, Jalo.
Brutal honesty is all about you not sugarcoating anything. You don't have to
Say
sugarcoat
the
it.
truth as it
The
is.
way it is. You don't have to curse anybody. You don't have to tell
So
anybody.
how
I don't
can
have
you say
to
the
come and
truth
insult
as
you.
it is, Jalo, without hurting people?
Elgin, if you have this shirt,
Yeah.
if it is dirty, I will tell you, Elgin, this shirt is dirty. I don't have to say, Elgin, Bo, look at your shirt. This
Okay,
is so,
what about I
this is
say,
so,
Jalo?
and then
Jalo,
I
what about
start
I say,
using
Jalo?
insultive words.
Jalo.
It doesn't make sense.
No,
It's,
wait,
there's
wait,
another
wait,
person
wait,
can say that.
wait,
That's
LG.
me. That's
Hold
not
on.
me brutally
Jalo,
honest.
is that
That's-
something that you do? If you see LG right now, he's wearing a dirty shirt, will you tell LG that his shirt is dirty?
If I want to be brutally
No,
honest.
I don't want. Don't give me if. You say
Then his
you
shirt is
prefer brutal honesty over gentle lies,
Yes.
right? LG is your friend. You have a relationship with LG, right? If you see LG right now and his shirt is dirty, will you tell him, LG, your shirt is dirty?
Among the two, I prefer to be brutally
No.
honest.
Would you?
Will
don't
you?
tell me I
I
prefer.
will.
Will you do that?
I prefer to do that. No, in this case, we are talking about smart. You're trying
you
to
do that?
you're
Yes
trying
or
to-
no?
I will do that.
Thank you.
I have answered that.
You
one,
do
but
that?
I want
Yes.
to clarify that.
You do that.
I will do that.
You're lying to me, Jalo. Because I know for a fact
You tell me
you
that.
will never
never say that to me, Jalo.
Okay, now
You see,
you are using me.
Because you.
No, wait. I'm
Because
coming.
what you prefer, Jalo.
Can I come in? Can I come in?
You may.
Can I come in? You are using me to justify the entire world fact. That's not how you should do it.
It's not a fact.
No,
We're not using you,
Smart,
Jalo.
I cannot use
Well,
you alone.
we've already
Smart,
said.
I cannot use you alone to justify a gentle lie.
No,
I'm
not
doing
u-
the wrong thing. You
Nah.
can use me as an example. For starters,
because-
I started saying that I have told gentle lies. I have told gentle lies.
Yes.
But the one that I prefer, of course, it's a brutal honesty. That's the most preferable
You
one.
prefer that. Hang on a second.
you use gentle
You
always.
prefer that, Jalo.
I use gentle
Jalo.
lies.
Yes, I can say
Jalo.
that.
Jalo.
Can you tell me that?
Jalo. You prefer that. That is true. But doesn't mean that's what you're doing.
Like always? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, doesn't most of the time.
In your normal.
Is that what you're doing?
Most of the time? If that's what I do?
Yeah,
of
most of
course
the time.
I
Are
do
you
that.
practicing?
Of course I do that. No, honestly.
No, Jalo, that's
Come
not
sit
true.
here. Come sit.
That's not true, Jalo. That's
do
not true.
that.
No, Jalo, I've been
I'm
with you.
holding this at
Jalo, no, that's not true.
Smart.
You
Jalo,
rather
that's
hurt
not
yourself than tell somebody the truth. You. Oh, come on.
Jalo,
Can you, okay, listen. Can you say that because I sometimes tell gentle lies?
not sometimes. Most of the times.
Elgin, come on. Hold on. Because I
I
sometimes
know
tell
you. I know you very well. You know
Wait,
that.
let me finish
Jalo,
this.
calm down.
Because you
Because-
sometimes say
calm
just
down,
lie.
calm down.
What up, yes?
because I sometimes tell gentle lies. So does it mean I should? I should come here and then I say that because I do that, that is the right thing?
No, that's not what it means. It just
It
means
doesn't.
that,
I told
Jalo.
you guys that I'm not perfect. That's one. And no one is perfect here. We all here have told
Jalo,
both the
don't
truth.
use
Wait, Elgin, I'm
imperfect
coming.
thing in
You
this.
said
It
something.
won't help us.
All right. So
Elgin,
I think
I keep telling you, haven't you told
We've
a
gone over
brutal
an hour.
honesty?
Jalo,
Haven't you told a brutal honesty? You're not answering my questions. That's your problem.
For the
Haven't you
purpose
told-
of this discussion,
haven't
Jalo,
you told
I'm
a
here
brutal
to support
honesty?
that gentle lies
Haven't you
is
told-
the best way to go.
Haven't you told
That's
a
why
brutal?
I'm here.
Haven't you told a
Now,
brutal
Jalo, in
honesty?
as much as-
Haven't you told a brutal honesty?
Yes, yes,
Jalo,
yes.
I have.
Ask me
I
about
have-
so.
Haven't you told a brutal honesty?
No.
I've been
No, I'm being honest with you. No, you know why, Jalo? You know why? You know why, Jalo? You can attest that you've been you and I have had some
I
deep
know
talk.
you. I
You
know-
know that
I
even
know
if I'm
you.
being honest with you, there is no
It
way.
will be
So
gentle.
you're trying to tell me that
Yes.
there is no point in time that you've ever been brutally
with the truth.
honest.
Only when I was angry. Okay, only when I was, and then
So have you told a brutal honesty?
a brutal honesty. Only when I was angry.
It happens. What I'm trying to say is
Only when I'm angry.
No. Well, I don't want to say you. Elgin is trying to use that against me because I admit that I've told a gentle lie. So I should by fire.
No,
by
no,
force-
no, no, no.
That's not the
Coming,
point. No,
coming,
that-
that's
no,
not
no,
the point.
that's not the point.
Whether I am here to support this, whether I'm here to support that, or that's not who I am, or that's not what I do more, that's not why we are here. The reason why we are here is for the whole world to understand the fact.
Okay.
You understand? Because I tell gentle lies, you understand?
It doesn't mean that
that's
it's the
the
right thing to
world
do.
fact.
Yes.
You understand?
That's
I'm
true.
here to tell you that brutal honesty is the most preferable way. If both of them happen, I have told a gentle lie. I've told a brutal honesty. But the most preferable one here is a brutal honesty. I can't tell you a gentle lie and then I know.
But Jalo,
trust.
you made
Doesn't make
mention
sense.
about maturity just now. You made mention about it.
Okay,
Jalo,
we're gonna wrap up soon,
imagine
right?
you are in a situation, you're a father, and you have
You're bringing your scenario again.
yes, I'm coming. You have your son who is like 6, or who is like 5, 6.
Got you.
And the mother cheated on you, something that was so devastated.
Yeah.
She cheated, and you resulted to ask her to leave. And now that boy walks up to you. What is the problem? Now, taking into consideration, now you're talking about maturity, because the point I'm trying to raise is that people grow. Sometimes, no, let me don't go into it. What will you do in that situation?
I don't understand what you're asking.
Now, the boy walks
If the
up
boy
to you.
asked me
Now,
about what happened,
What about his mother?
That he's a boy.
It's a boy. Now that's someone who loves a mother. We know
mother.
the relationship between boys and their mother. So what will you tell that young lad?
What I will tell the boy,
yeah.
instead of gently lying to that boy, I will be brutally honest
Until
with the boy.
He's not
You say
ready
your
to hear
mother
the
is a
truth yet.
prostitute. Your
I
mother
tell
is
the-
a,
No,
is,
he's
is
not
a,
ready to hear the truth yet.
Yeah.
He's young. It's not so Jala.
Huh? Will
He's
you be
wrong.
honest?
He's too young for the truth. No, I will be brutally honest by saying
I will tell the
you are
boy.
too young to know the truth.
So no, Jalo, no.
I will
Let's
tell the
yes.
boy. I will tell the boy instead of lying to the boy. I will tell the boy if that boy, if that's not the time. That's you asked me a question.
Yeah,
earlier
the
in
time.
Yeah.
If that's not the time, brutal honesty doesn't mean that it should happen immediately.
So what?
That's not what. No, that's what you don't understand.
So that process of you trying to protect the truth. How do you call that? How do you define that?
I am
It's
not protecting
withholding
the truth. No, wait, I'm coming because I withhold
Oh,
the
the
truth.
truth. It doesn't mean it's lying.
Doesn't mean that I'm lying. You have
That's
to.
true.
You have to. So you have to listen. Be honest with yourself. If I do not say a truth here, okay, let me tell you something. I have to be
So
real.
what will you say? No,
Can
forget
I-
about if you, what will you say?
You
Jalo?
have to be
You will
honest
say
with
lie.
me without telling
Then
the
what will you
lies.
say? What will you imagine? I'm that boy. That okay? Let's
If
be
my
practical.
son is not ready for me to tell the son the truth, I will be honest with. Wait, I'm coming. If my son is,
If he's not ready, Jala, go. If the person's not ready,
if my son is not ready for me to tell the truth, I will.
If
tell
your son is not ready for you to tell it, I don't understand. If
yeah. If
Let's say the son.
Yes.
Okay,
is
I'm
not in
sorry.
a good
I'm
position.
asking that
Wait,
question.
let's say the son
Yeah,
is not in a good
that
position.
statement.
Dad?
You know, let me tell you this.
where's my
Whatever
mother,
is-
Dad? Dad?
Yes. Jalo, answer
You
the
know, we're
question.
actors.
We're actors.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
Jala.
gonna ask you a
Dad,
question by-
where is mommy?
Mommy's not around.
Where is she? Why is she not around? All the other kids have mommy, but me, I don't have my mommy. Where is she?
You have a mother.
But where is she?
She's not.
Tell me. I want
Now,
to know.
listen.
Tell me.
Your mom and I are not together anymore.
Why?
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
No, tell me now. Why?
I don't want to lie
Did you
to you.
leave her?
Yes, I left your mother.
Why did you leave her?
I don't want to tell you right now.
Why don't you want to tell me the truth? I'm
My-
old enough. I can handle it. Tell me the truth.
Get inside.
No, don't tell me to get this. Every
Get
time
in. Smart. Get inside.
So how do you call
in
that?
this
Jalo?
scenario,
Yes.
in this scenario, did
Yeah.
I tell
That's
sometimes
protecting.
I am trying. Listen, brutal honesty doesn't mean that it should just happen immediately. I have been in a situation where my friend caused a commotion in the transport. You understand? I know
You are
that
skipping
what
this
he
question,
did-
Jalo.
No,
You are skipping
But
it.
don't skip.
I'm
We'll
asking
come
the
back to
question.
it.
Skip it.
We'll just
I'm
add more
asking the
scenarios.
question.
Come back to that one. Go ahead.
I'm
Jalo.
coming back
Yeah.
to it.
I have answered your question. I have told you. Let me repeat it again. Probably you didn't hear. I have told you. I will tell my son, but in that situation, I will not tell him. But I will not also be gently lying to the son.
Yes.
No, but Jalo,
I have
one thing about
answered your
gentle
question.
You
life.
just
You
dismiss
don't
the song.
postpone. You don't-
I have-
No, you postpone it. You dismiss the song without saying anything.
No,
Okay.
you don't postpone gentle.
What's wrong have I
gentle.
done?
You don't postpone it.
You know, he hasn't
do
said
you
anything.
postpone? Do you postpone a gentle lie?
No, you don't postpone it.
I don't
You
understand.
don't postpone it.
So everything
Because
has
a
time.
question,
Wait. Wait.
when someone asks you a question, you should give feedback.
Immediately. Is that a must?
Jalo, when
Elgin,
someone
you
asks
don't have to
question,
force
no,
things.
no, Jalo, if I ask you a question, it's two things. It's either you tell me the truth or you find
But
those-
is that a must though?
Okay, guys.
Jalo, whenever a question is asked,
Elgin,
it
is that it's not about shouting, Elgin.
All right.
Is
feedback
that a
is always
must?
required from you.
Is that a must for now? Like from now, you ask me a question.
Yes. Now
And
the
then-
son is asking you a question.
Elgin, I'm
All right,
giving you.
guys.
You're asking me a question. Okay, let me conclude this.
Yeah.
You ask me a question. Is that a must? Is that a must? That
Okay.
I must
Listen.
tell you
Listen.
the truth here?
Hold on.
I'm not saying it's a
Hold-
must.
Hold on
That's
for a
my
second.
point. Okay.
We have been talking for over an hour now, so let's try and wrap this. Okay. I know the scenarios and examples, they will never end. So here's what I want us to do. I'm gonna give Jalo, I'll give you some time. Let's say a minute or two.
You gave me time in the first.
Oh, okay. So you should go first.
Yes.
Politics.
I'm to. Okay, so you don't want to go first?
I don't
No
want
Politics.
problem. No problem. At least you're being brutally honest. So, here's what we're gonna do. LG, you give your final reasons and why you think a lot of people should indulge in gentle lies as opposed to brutal honesty. And then when you're done, Jalo will give his own reason, and then all we can do is just present our case, right? It's up to the people out there based on
Sure.
their own unique situation to decide. All right, Ajay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smart. This is interesting.
It is.
Well, just like I stated earlier, that the truth is, thank you for the question, is sometimes subjective or objective, one of the two. In as much as it is subjective, but it can be objective. And people react to the truth differently. So if you have that in mind, you take into consideration who is involved at that particular given time. For example, like the scenarios I created, if you are emotionally intelligent, you're someone who feels for people, you think about the well-being of people, how they react to things, what will happen. You take your time to say something to them. You won't just be brutal because you're someone who is brutal. You ease them into the truth because it helps to protect relationships. It helps to build self-confidence. You just won't tell someone that what you just said was stupid. There's a way you say it that will help them understand that what you said was actually wrong, but it can be better. You can work on it. Our teachers used to do that a lot when we were in school. They help us. They were not that brutal. That they help us to understand that things were wrong, but in a very gentle way, not just brutal about it. So if you want to preserve your relationship, you want to help people to grow to the state where you are, you ease them into the truth. You involve in gentle lies because the intent is to protect people from being hurt, from facing emotional stress and all this anxiety and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, let's be careful with the way we handle things. And I think I prefer gentle lies than just being brutal about things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Jallo.
All right.
Do you want me to go first since?
No, let me just
Okay,
go.
no, you
You're gonna conclude.
go. You go now.
Yeah. This has been interesting. It has been. But one thing that I want to start with is a gentle lie doesn't ease to a truth. A gentle lie, if it eases to a truth, then that's not called a gentle lie. You want to say something that eases somebody to the truth. That's just a gentle honesty. But that's not what we're discussing with here. That's not our discussion here. A gentle lie is when you tell somebody something that is not true in order for you not to hurt their feelings, but you are not leading them to the truth. Now, coming to brutal honesty.
No.
Don't start another argument here. Let him finish. It's okay. You've already given your word. Go ahead, please.
I don't agree with that
It's
statement.
okay. It's okay.
That's not a correct statement. It was not part of what I mentioned.
Let him talk. Okay. No. No. This has to come from him. It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to agree with it. It's fine.
That's
Jallo,
not true.
finish.
That's not true.
Okay,
Conclude.
so that's it about a gentle lie. Being brutally honest, on the other hand, is when you don't sugarcoat something. It's not about cursing somebody. It's not about just insulting the person who is wrong. It's about you just telling somebody the truth the way it is without sugarcoating it, without even thinking that it's going to hurt them. You know that it's going to hurt them. I know that it might hurt this person if I tell them the truth. It doesn't mean that I'm not emotionally intelligent. It's just that I want to tell you the truth in spite of it being hurtful to you or it making you feel uncomfortable. It's about brutal honesty. Now, brutal honesty it builds trust. As I said earlier on, when you become brutally honest with somebody, I prefer you to be brutally honest with me than you always telling me some gentle lies that are not truthful.
Okay.
Gentle lies they don't ease any way to truth. A gentle lie, it's just under the subcategories of a lie. Lie is the umbrella. Whether it is gentle now, whether it is tough lie, whether it is black lie or blue lie, that's a lie.
Okay.
You understand? Being honest with somebody, brutally honest with somebody, it will hurt the person. I agree. It will absolutely hurt the person. But at least if that person is reasonable enough, they will know that what Jallo has told me is actually the truth. In the long run, even if they don't realize it right now, even if it hurts them right now, they will know that in the long run, yes, that's the truth. And then the brutal honesty also helps people to grow. it leads to growth. You understand? If I'm brutally honest with you, when you perform or when you're doing something and I say, no, that's not good. You understand? Let's say I'm writing a lyrics and then I say, Elgin, how do you see this? You understand? You say, Jalo, no, this is awkward. This is not nice. This is not you. I don't like this for you. I think this you can actually do better. All right? If you tell me that, it might hurt me. But again, if I am actually rational enough, reasonable enough, I don't put my emotions at the forefront, I will know that you're trying to help me instead of standing against me. This is why I'm encouraging everybody. A gentle lie makes you soft. Yes, it makes you feel good. Yes, it makes you feel nice, but it doesn't lead you to a truth. Brutal honesty, yes, the word brutal, yes, it hurts you. It might hurt your feeling, but that doesn't mean that you should just ignore it like that. You should not push away from it because that one is more preferable to the gentle lie. Thank you.
Are you done? Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm going to just sum everything up, okay? And I'm going to do this in a very brutal. No. I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
Yep.
So, honestly speaking, right, in spite of all the long discussion that we had, personally for me, I would prefer nothing more than brutal honesty.
I respect that.
I want someone to be honest with me, even if it's gonna hurt my feelings. Okay? And you made some really sound arguments. You know, when you are honest with people sometimes, what that means, it pushes them beyond their limit. They have to get out of their comfort zone and just, you know, stretch their brain, stretch their abilities, which is great. You know, that is what brutal honesty is all about. It's about being honest, being truthful, right? Without sugarcoating anything.
Yep.
I agree with that. And on the other hand, LG talked about gentle lies, according to your definition, right? Is an untold truth with the intent of protecting people's feelings, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've also experienced that, and I believe we all have. So, in my experience, looking at the way human beings are, I can handle the truth. I know a couple of people that can also handle the truth.
Sure.
But most of the people that I've interacted with, sometimes you say, even though you restructure the definition, I think some people cannot handle the truth. You have to ease into the truth with it. And I have found out that in my experience, again, since this is my closing speech, I found out that a lot of people say they want to handle the truth, but the reality is that they cannot handle the truth.
I agree.
And I've seen truth destroying people to the point where they are unable to recover. It took them a very long time.
Gotcha.
So this is really not about us trying to convince ourselves, because we all have strong positions, right? It's about convincing people that are out there. Let them look at their own life, their own situations, and then decide what is preferable to them. Do they prefer someone telling them the truth or someone lying to them? So in every relationship, whether it's relationship, is in the hospital,
or the work,
yes, it's based on what the person prefers. Okay, so thank you, gentlemen, for this amazing discussion.
Thank you.
And I will bring you guys.
I like to be here again.
Thank you so much.
Thank
if
you so
enjoyed
much.
this discussion, like, comment, leave your thoughts in the comment section
and
below.
subscribe.
Yeah, so
please.
subscribe because I have more arguments.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.